Welcome to the final ceremony of this first World of Wisdom gathering, this first experiment of co-creating this together and exploring the unknown together with the intention of welcoming challenges so we can make this world and our own personal lives more sustainable and more whole and more flowing. We deliberately put this very final ceremony as a small, gentle, simple ceremony, so not one of the bigger ones. And we're going to do it as a simple sharing. So first I invite you to join me in a short meditation. So feel free to close your eyes. I will mute those who are not muted. Just so you know, you're getting muted now. Close your eyes. First of all, just notice for a moment what you're noticing around you, where you are, within you. What do you see? What do you hear? What thoughts do you have in your mind? What emotions and sensations do you notice in your body? And if you can go back a couple of days in time before you join this gathering, and kind of tune into where you were then and where you are now. Deepening your breath a little bit, allowing it to flow deep into your belly. As you keep deepening your breath, it fills your belly and then your chest. And on every inhale, it flows, and it fills your belly, your chest, and your head every time you inhale. Noticing what it feels like to breathe this air that's keeping us alive. Noticing the elements, the air that we breathe, the ground and the soil that we walk on, that we never leave unless we're astronauts. That's providing us the food that we eat. The water that's all around us, that we drink, and that makes up us. The fire, keeping us warm. And burning the old. And then ether or spirit, that connection we all share. That one consciousness that we're all part of, manifested as you. So as you allow these few days to keep sinking in, it'll take a while. As some of us were discussing before starting this ceremony, it's been overflowing. There's been a lot of everything from many places on this planet, more than any of us could take in. Notice what happens within you when there is that much happening. New perspectives, perspectives, insights, emotional responses, friction, ideas, people. Not being able to join all the sessions you might have wanted to join. Maybe technical difficulties. All of that. And it's overflowing. And it reaches a point where you surrender into the fact that you cannot plan this, you cannot control this. It is what it is. It's playing out in a way that you can't control. You can nudge it, you can add to it, you can co-create it, but mostly all you can do is accept it. Notice what happens for you and within you in that experience. We've said it many times that this is a seed. This is a seed that we've just planted together in each and every one of us and in this world together. We don't own this seed. We're just its caretakers. And we decide what to do with it. And it's up to us what to do with it. We can do nothing, and that is perfectly fine. We can add it nourishment in any way we want. We can take it and we can plant more seeds if we would like to. Only you hold the answer to what you wish to do or not to do. And no one can question that. This is your journey, your life. We're sharing a moment in all of our journeys right now, which is unique, like all moments on these journeys. And we can't plan for the moments to come. We can't design them and control them. But we can choose what our approach is. How we welcome the moments ahead, whether they be joyful or challenging or painful or inspiring. Choosing our own way to live this life. Choosing what gifts to give, what to leave for others to pick up. Everything we do will be remembered. Yet nothing will be judged. So I invite you to, even though integration takes longer than this, I invite you to, if you feel called to it, share what you take with you from this gathering. Where you're standing right now, sitting right now. What became important for you? What came up on your journey? Is there an intention for the road ahead? Not a burden, simply an intention. So we can slowly start coming back to the room. We came into this not knowing what it was. Now we know more. We don't know what's next, but we are creating what comes next. So if anyone would like to share what this has been for you, we'll leave the space open. Go ahead and just unmute yourself and we'll take it from there.
I can start. And as you said, Niels, I think to really answer these questions, I would need a couple of weeks. But I'm just amazed and blown away with this connection with everyone who was a part of this, co-created this event, and been truly inspirational to connect with these people that has the true intention of creating a sustainable future. But what really is stuck with me after yesterday's ceremony is something that Pamela said. And everything starts and ends with you. Thank you.
I can go next. I wasn't able to be part of all of the event, festival, retreat, whatever you want to call it. But I still feel that my heart got full. I feel recharged, even though I am so tired. But I feel this energy that I haven't been feeling for quite some time. And it's partially to all of you guys, the community, the connections, and also me tuning into my body, because it truly starts and ends with me as well. So thank you for this epic moment, and I feel hopeful and eager to continue this journey and adventure that can be sometimes bumpy on the road and challenging ahead. But I feel, full of energy and hopeful to continue it. So sending lots of love. Thank you.
I can share. So many amazing gifts. Both the space to offer and receive, And it has been so clarifying, so inspiring to see how we co-created something that didn't just stand on the leg of beingness, but also on the action from there to move in the more emergent situation we're in. I've never been in a camp or gathering or event that has both in such a balanced, playful way, creative way with the co-creation. I'm deeply, deeply grateful. Personally, it brought a question, an answer to a question I've been struggling with for years. And it has to do with how to do something about the suffering of the animals in the meat, egg, and milk industry, and not wanting to spread more horror to other sentient beings, like human beings. How to. This alone could not figure it out. So this time I just invited myself not to have the solution, but just take the hand offered for co-creation, which I have been longing for, to co-create with friends. For years, I've been longing to find friends that are willing to co-create with all of it, not only their stuff or my stuff, but with all of it. And this just, it was like a beautiful puzzle that just came into pieces. And right now I realize that I have a t-shirt where I worked with Eckhart Tolle once, serving, facilitating there, the people to go there, and I hadn't known what project to bring to him. He said he would like to contribute with his fund, and I realized it's not his money, it's his presence, and it's not to have a solution, it's to invite him with another human being I really admire in this scene. So I'm so grateful for this. So I have my star very clear into what I will be working for to next year. Thank you so much.
We can't hear you.
Thanks, Bobby. And hi, nice to see you.
Lovely. Hi.
So, right now I'm just observing the intensity within for expression. It's a huge part of my being and why I'm here. That field of my energy is a lot. And I even had to write down a few things, even if it's coming from my heart. I was just like, it's so full. And one thing that I really take from this gathering is the opportunity to listen to the grandmothers. That was so heartfelt for me. And it really was like putting, wood on my fire, like helping me remember and hearing the call from Mother Earth so much more deeply. And then I also want to say that I felt so humble after listening to them, and I could really feel how much this gathering meant for them, like so heartfelt. And my word that I put from the one of the thingies was humble. So I gave myself a permission slip to be humble. What is that to me? And for me, it's not holding myself back. It's not playing small. It is expressing the greatness that I am. And I can still be humble while doing so. And no matter what anyone else thinks or how it perceives, because that's my truth. And when it comes from a pure place of true inner childlike creation, I can only sit with anyone's triggers by that. And that also reminds me of for myself within, because it can trigger me as well. And that reminds me of the enemy is within, like there's no enemy outside. I got that phrase one of these evenings. And I also want to say that I wrote down conscious, unconscious. And it's like, for me, the expression of any art form, it could be speech, it could be writing, drawing, they speak back to me again. And it's a way for me to be conscious with my unconscious. Sometimes I am while I'm doing it as well. But it's really something that I just realized right now when Nils asked the question. And I'm so grateful for this week. It really, really humbled me and made me so much more stronger and into my purpose. So thank you.
Thank you. Thomas, do you feel like sharing? You don't have to.
I take with me stronger trust in patience and bigger faith. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. I'd be happy to share as well to wrap this up. I noticed last night when sort of my mind started going through all of the various aspects of this, how for me personally, all the things that have happened here sort of mirroring every aspect of myself. And that said, I think for me, what comes up is, to some extent, a relief And I think the relief sits in that this has been so, once I was given this assignment, it's been so overwhelmingly important for me to be part of making this happen and making sure it doesn't stay with me, making sure I don't own this, making sure I don't control this, and allowing it to just spread through other people. And I had that the first time we had an open space meeting to talk about this idea. It was the first time I had that sensation of just like, release. This is not mine anymore. And it is mine because I'm always going to be part of this. I can sense that I'm always going to be co-creating this and doing it, but it feels so good to not try to hold on to anything or own anything at all. And in that process, also seeing how it's becoming so much more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. And once again, trusting that my mind, my being is limited. I can't imagine something as beautiful as what the future will be. And if I try, I limit my view of the future because I'm only using my own perspective and I'm only using what I've been given. So as we just open up and place our own perspectives and what we've been given into this, but then allow it all to happen and unfold with all of the beauty and all of the craziness and all of the friction and surprises and challenges. It's simply such a beautiful journey to exist, to live in these times, even though they're challenging and will become even more challenging over the years to come. It's a blessing to have this experience. And I'm so grateful to be having it with you, knowing that the experience doesn't end just because we exit this gathering. It continues and it deepens. And I'm humbled and honored to be doing this together with you guys. Thank you so much. So that said, we're going to wrap it up. I'm going to post, because Amit told me to, and I agree that it's important. I'm going to post a link to, we have a small form with a few questions that takes just a few minutes to answer, which allows us to understand more about what you experienced, to understand more. It allows us all, so we're going to, make all of the data from this public, but it allows us all to see how we can move from here, where we can improve further, because this is a seed. It's not even a plant yet. There's a lot of growing still and a lot of nurturing that's needed. So feel free to fill that out. What it also does is that we sense that it's important to bridge this into the old system, into the old paradigm. So if we can start gathering data on what this is and what impact it potentially has on people, then we know we can use that for a narrative that also fits in the old paradigm, because we can't leave the old paradigm behind. We have to sort of bring it with us and change it, and we have to be in it to change it. So feel free, if you have a couple of minutes, to fill that out. That would be beautiful. And feel free to keep staying in touch. Right now, in this morphing weird thing that is World of Wisdom, the main points of communication is the forum, the newsletter, and the Telegram chat that sort of came up for this gathering. And in those forums, we will explore together what we do next. And there's already quite a few amazing things happening. Yeah, the form, you can fill it out whenever you have time. You don't have to do it right now. I saw a question from Maria Paz here in the chat. We're gonna probably nudge and remind people for a week or two, so we get as many answers as possible. And feel free to remind your friends that were part of this as well. Thomas, you have a question? You're muted.
I'm leaving.
Beautiful. Thank you, Thomas. You're an amazing human being. Thank you for being part of this. Ciao.
Next time.
We're going to wrap this up. You have any questions or final thoughts?
Just gratitude, Nils. Gratitude. Gratitude. Amazing quality also. I mean, it was like, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the space and the love and all you created.
Right back at you, all of you.
Yeah. And all the team that has been putting their hearts in the practical stuff.
This is co-creation. It's beautiful because you get to say thank you to everyone who was part of it because we all co-created together.
Everyone, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's it. Emma, any words?
Yeah, it's truly like when everyone is acting from a place of their true being and expressing themselves just as they are, that allows everyone else to do the same. So yeah, thank you everyone for being who you are and speaking your truth and sharing what's so important. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I will end this. Bye-bye.